Okay, so my name is Marva, and I am from Miami, Florida. And like just about every one of us today, I'm looking back at the year that we're about to exit, 2013. You know, when I think about how I got into this business of being online, I always liked to be involved in something. When I lived in New York, I sold real estate, but I was employed in a full-time job. So while at work, I would be on the phone making appointments to meet my clients in the afternoon, which went way into the night. Always felt so good working with people. And as time went on, right into the 90s, I began looking at being online. Of course, the shiny objects as we now know them, they were many. And I got into a lot of them and spent a lot of money. Sometimes I don't know what I was spending it for, but the money was spent. And they were not cheap. $400 to get into this real great thing that's going to make me rich overnight. And guess what? Marva fell for it. And she bought into it. And then when I came back to Florida, I got into Mary Kay. I got into Avon. I even taught my young daughters to sell Avon. And sell they did. Of course, their friends ordered and never paid. So Mama had to pay for the orders that came in and were not collected. Then I was in Primerica. Did pretty well, recruited quite a few people. But that also went by the way. And got into Amway. Those days it was the soap powder. Had a lot of meetings. Oh, the excitement was fantastic. Recruitment was great. But as I said again, these all fell by the way. Never did learn what the rules were for navigating online. These, of course, that I mentioned before were offline activities. And then came the online ones. And I would be searching and searching and searching. And then just before I gave up, someone sent me an email. And I looked at it and I ignored it. The next day I got the same email from the same person, or should I say another email from the same source. And a voice said to me, deep in my spirit, why don't you look at it? Look at it. It just might, tell you something. And then when I looked at it, there was a trial. A $2 trial for 3 days. And I got to see what it is I would be buying. And I said, okay, I'll try. And that's when I met my lead system pro, which we call in short MLSP. That was this year. And to my surprise, I learned how to navigate the internet. I learned words that I never knew existed before. I didn't know what funnel was. I didn't really understand what leads were. I knew I had a business with organic gold and I needed to find people. So I soon learned that if I worked with this company, I could get people, which I later learned was leads. And I could introduce them to my organic gold business. And sure enough, within 3 days the leads started to come in. And I'm saying to myself, wow, this works. Well, fast forward, we are now at the end of 2013. And I have learned so much. I have learned how to conduct webinars. I have learned how to teach people online. I have learned to help people. And now I know that I can be of value. And value it is that people need in order for them to select you as their leader. So I'm at the end of 2013. What do I think I should do for 2014? I think I should advance my efforts. I think I should get more focused. I think I should add more perseverance to this dream of mine. I must cut away the distractions. I must be more diligent. I must be consistent. I must start my day the same time every day. Do the things that I know on my schedule that are to be done. I need to do them every day. Stay focused, be persistent, pursue my passion. These three words followed me through this whole year: passion, perseverance, and consistency. And with that, I know I will succeed in 2014. What about you? What are your plans? What are your goals? Well, let me recommend a couple of things to you, as was brought to me yesterday. Take consistent action on a daily basis. And set goals with the end in mind. In other words, set goals. Write it down as to where you want to be in, let's say, a year. Make it measurable. In other words, don't say I want to make $1 million in 6 weeks, because we know that is not measurable. Because this business that we are in is not short term. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's a business. A business that we have to put sweat in. We have to plan for. We have to learn tools. We have to learn techniques. And we have to apply them. We can be learning constantly. Every day we're learning, and never apply. We will never see our goals come to fruition. We should put them in bite-sized pieces. Set the goals in bite-sized pieces. Don't think too big. Learn about the tool that you need to use, and as you learn a little part, apply it. And the big picture, avoid shiny objects. Stay focused. Did I say that before? Let me say it again. Am I boring you? Let me bore you. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay away from shiny objects. Whatever you choose as your business plan, whatever strategy you're using, stay with it. Give it time. Do not jump from strategy to strategy. Do not jump from a business idea to another business idea, unless you have proof that when you move, you are moving to something that will grow. And constantly reevaluate what you're using. And with these few thoughts, I leave you. I pray God's blessing on you for the year 2014. I pray His hand of guidance in your life. I pray you may have an open heart to His leading, because you know He speaks to you. He speaks to me often. He guides me, and He reminds me of my responsibilities. So God bless you. God keep you and stand by you. All the best for 2014. Happy New Year.